Alrighty, people, I am back and I am trying to see if I can get some good news for you guys. All right, so we did. What did we do? We did a good ride. Let me see, is it recording? Yep. All right, so we did a good ride. Me and Tony did about 37 miles on our bikes. We pretty much went everywhere we could, and it was nice. It was nice. I didn't have as much torque as he did or he does because he just got a bigger battery, better battery, and a stronger BMS. So there's no brainer. If I was too much to his power, I would be depleted probably in like 20 miles, and that would be the end of that. I was able to do 37.5, which is pretty decent. Before with the other Chinese knockoff control, I was able to do 44. So we looking at about 7 miles less. I did at the end have to drop my voltage cutoff to 65 from 68. I believe 65 is 15% on a charge, and my bike was only able to reach 40 miles an hour, and the torque wasn't there. So that's that. I mean, it was bare minimum torque. Like it felt like a 1500-watt bike, right? Um, what was I? Okay, so I've noticed one thing that I have the step down on a frame, and I usually shove it with the wires so I don't get that silly knocking situation where the step down or battery or anything else or controller starts hitting my frame every time I hit a pothole, which has been happening lately, and it's really pissing me off. So even though today is drizzling, raining, and it is humid, cool, cold, it's just a nasty weather that nobody wants to work with a bike. But our goal is to put a flat out to our tube and see how she will hold. Right now, the diagnostic is that we can only hold the air for about 12 hours. So probably when I come back right now, that tire should be flat. We'll do, I believe the entire bottle is 16 ounces. They say to do only a quarter of the bottle, which is, I believe, let me take a look. Oh, God, about 4 ounces. So we're going to do 8 ounces in the back. And, oh my God, Jesus. And 8 ounces in the front to make sure that we prevent the flat tires that are completely unnecessary and will screw your day over. If you have not heard about a flat out or you never used it, stay tuned on this channel because we are going to use the flat out on our tire that is annoyingly losing the what do you call the air. So it kind of sucks, but before I change the tube, I want to use the flat out and see if it works on the existing tube. So I do kind of have like a spare tube, if you know what I mean, right? Um, so the goal today is to put that flat out because the battery should be depleted. The tube should be depleted with the air, and we'll move from there. We will also charge our battery because we are at 68, and get ready for Friday. Hopefully, my Friday or my Fridays are pretty much bad and lots of traffic and overtime, so I don't want to really get stuck with a car. But that's our goal for today, and see if the tube will hold air. If it does, we are back in business. And if it doesn't, that means the flat out really didn't work, which I doubt it because I've seen so many reviews on YouTube about flat out that it seems it's a miracle, which is awesome, because that's exactly what we need, a miracle, because I am just exhausted of uh, taking off the tire, put it back on, take it off the rim, put it back on, tightening the screws, the bolts, and all that unnecessary shit. I'm more into enjoying my ride like I did yesterday. If you go to my channel, you'll see the route that we did, the miles that we did, the elevation that we had on that trip. And the average mile doesn't really work, because it is an average miles an hour. We kept it at about 45 50 miles an hour. So I figure if I kept the bike at, let's say, 30 miles an hour, I would have had gone longer than 37 miles. But still, I am somewhat happy with the 37 miles, because, I mean, again, there were very few spots where we only did 25 35 mile uh, speed. Mostly it was streets, and we were going at it. um, little footage from the GoPro from Tony. I'm gonna try to get some more footage from that day. um, he's just got an issue with the battery. It wasn't fully charged, so it died out. But yeah, so this is the goal. This is going to be a next video, whether the tube had held the air, whether the flat is fixed, whether the tube is staying filled with air for obviously longer than 1 day, or permanently staying off. And we'll go from there, and we'll move on to another chapter, which is going to be kind of fix the rattle noise in a frame. Um, every time I hit a pothole, I hear knocking noise, and I thought it was the fender, so I tightened the fenders really nice. Thought it was the horn. I fixed up the horn, and now, um, what else did I do? I'm checking the fork, so it's a possibility of an issue with a fork, which I really doubt it. I still think it's an issue uh, from the uh, the step down freaking device that is sitting in a frame, and just you know wobbling all over the place, left and right, up and down. So we're gonna address that issue today. I have a nice little foam uh, cover. I'll wrap it in it and zip tie it, because I don't need really access to those wires, but I do will have access regardless, even if I wrap it up in that little foam. So that's that goal for today. The tube, like I said again, I'm repeating myself, I know, but I'm thinking out loud. And if that noise is not gone when I fix the step down, what we can assume is that it is the fork, and that's going to be a bigger problem, because it's again unnecessary uh, money wasting thing, but it will be considered an upgrade. All right, so until then, I will see you on the next episode of issues and problems and maintenance and upgrades and everything else, all the above, right? Take care, be safe, ride safe. All right, folks. So here we go, the second part of the video. We are just finished putting the flat out. We did, what did we do? Oh, let me see. Try to see. I got this vape in my hand. I, what the hell is, damn, I can't tell. We did a little bit under a half, but they say it's supposed to be a quarter. So I think I might put a little bit more. I doubt it. I think I should be okay. Uh, just right. They said it put a quarter. I put almost a half. So be all right. Is it a quarter? Is it a half? Let's take a look. I mean, let me see. Should I put some more? Interesting. Well, it says I almost put a half, so that's all good. See, see if it clears it out. Um, I can let go some air and fuck. I should just hurt my finger, man. It's all right. It's not leaking. All right. I have 30 PCI. I spun her a little bit, but again, should I add some more? Let me see. Where are we? God, I can't see. Yeah, because I dropped it. I gotta let it settle. Well, let me spin her a little bit more. Should be like, she got no juice. She's at 69.5. Anyway, so we gave her this much, and I'm gonna do a little bit in the front later. Let's see how that goes. So let's do it in the front. Call it a day. So tomorrow we'll see if this thing has worked. All right, folks. So until I guess tomorrow or day after tomorrow, or maybe a quick update tomorrow. We'll see. Stay tuned. Alrighty, so this is a third part to the other two. So we talked about what's happening with the bike. We did put the flat out, um, and today we're going to see how it all worked out. I figure I'll shoot this video before that. I'm hoping for the flat out to work, uh, and see what happens. But if everything works fine, I won't even have to change the tube, and the wheel is fixed. It doesn't wobble. It is trued. I trued it out myself. Excuse me. It took me a little while, but I did it. After that, I went for a nice long ride with Tony for 37 miles, and came back home. And my biggest problem was that the battery was depleted, and it shut me down. So I had to lower the voltage to 65 volts, and of course, the following morning my tire was depleted. So it kind of sucks. Other than that, I'm hoping to go on a bike ride Friday to go to work, save some time, definitely time, some unnecessary traffic headache, do my overtime, get home, relax, and see how that goes. Saying that, I crossing my fingers that the flat out is going to work. I should be able to find out today if any pressure has came down. I have 30, I believe, point 0.5 PCI, so I should have the same thing. Obviously, if I squeeze the tire and she's flat, there's not much to check. But if it's still hard, I can pretty much see how many PCI I have, or just let it sit there and see how long it takes for it to uh, lose the air. Uh, Saying that, I was lucky to do my inspection on the car yesterday, so I was kind of busy. I did go to gym. My wife didn't, but I went to gym. Had a great chest workout. Was very happy. I got a good creatine. Well, I got a good pre-workout with creatine in it, so it feels amazing. Feels awesome. One disadvantage is that I really can't sleep that well because yesterday I went to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 5:30, so that means I slept a couple of hours. But I know that when I was doing homework with my son, I was exhausted. So kind of sucks, but that's I guess that's a disadvantage for taking your pre-workout late at night, which was pretty much 10 o'clock at night that I went to the gym. Um, Anything other than that, I have not got the chance to go to the frame of the bike and to fix the step down to put it in some sort of cushion and zip tie it. I am going to do it today because, as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day. Hopefully by the time I get home, it still will be a little sun left. So what I will do is I will fix that up, try to manage again a little bit of the wiring and see how that's gonna go. And once I'm done with that, what I'll do is I'll switch over to the definite issue, either the step down box, or the worst situation is going to be where it is my forks, and I am going to be pissed, like I said in the video, because I will have to buy new forks. So that's the update. It's a quick update, 4 minutes. So hopefully you guys lasted this long to the video. Next video shoot is going to be uh, checking the tire, whether the flat out worked or it didn't. Comment down below if you think that the flat out did work and the tire is no longer, or the tube is no longer leaking, so I can keep it. Or I guess comment down below that it's not going to work. Again, the videos that I saw, it's really give promising results, and I'm crossing again my fingers, or finger crossed, that it'll work for me. It will save me lots of time, lots of headache that I don't want to deal with. All right. So until then, see you in about a second for you guys, and for me about an hour, since I'm sitting in the traffic. All righty. All right. So we continue the video. So yesterday in early afternoon at about 7 p.m. Come on, give me like 7 p.m. We put the uh, the flat out, which is right over here. So we did half in the front, half in the back. And this is with Kevlar, okay? And it does say, just quickly to go over it, it does say up to 10 years. All right, anyway, so these guys are up to 10 years. So comment down below if you think the tire is flat or is fully inflated. Let's take a look. What do you guys think? She's full. She's beautiful. She's holding. All right. So I guess the flat out actually had worked. So I am extremely happy. It actually worked. Somehow, somewhat, when I spray with the Windex, I wasn't able to detect where the leak was. But 32 ounce, $20 later, it fixed the problem. It also gave me a chance to keep a spare tube. It does say for a motorcycle, you need a quarter tube per tire. So no more flats. Give us a flat. Anyway, so that's the beauty. Flat out. It saved me money. I got a spare tube, and seems like this guy's holding its pressure. It is definitely holding 30 PSI. PSI? Shit, I keep forgetting. But yeah. So she's a beauty. She's holding like a beauty. Gotta love it. All right, folks. So this is the final thought. If you're riding a mountain bike like this, you do want to flat out inside, because you're not gonna get a flat. So I have 8 ounces in the front and 8 ounces in the back. Hopefully I'm good, ready. And the other reviews that you can look out for and see how beautifully this flat out actually works. So this is the final thought. Until then, ride safe and wear your gear.